Vegan, where today I'm making one of my absolute favorite recipes ever.
Alright, got another episode of Drunk Grilling here, and I'll be mixing 3 pounds of ground beef, 80-20, and got 2 of these. There's 2 pounds of mild Italian sausage in this pot, and I'll be putting this on the smoker, and then from there after it gets nice and smoked, put it on the crock pot, and basically I'll be making grilled chili. See how this turns out. I've never done this before. I've made chili before, but not grilled chili, so it could be interesting. Well, it's about 5 pounds of meat. I got it into 11 bowls here, so close to a half pound each. So I'm going to smoke these and use some pellets and some mesquite wood. And I'm going to try and run about, 280 sounds good. And I'm probably going to go to these things get really nice and done at 180. I want to get as much grease out as I can. And then I'm chop them up, put them in the chili pot. There's the wood chip pan. Run a lot of chips in there. Or, sorry, pellets in there. And I want to point out something I was doing wrong when I was cold smoking. I've cold smoked since. I didn't video it just because it's repetitive at this point, but this smoke tube here, what I was doing wrong was I was lighting the bottom end and leaving it at an angle. I was thinking that the flame would travel upwards to light it, but the reason it's going out is just suffocating it. So, and their YouTuber, his name's Paul, his channel's called Paul's Q. I can put a link in the description. He told me if you fill it and light it up here, that it works and it gets going. And, well, he's right, and it does. So I've had real good luck doing that method. So thanks to him. Put a link to his channel in the description. He does some good work. Go ahead and check him out. These meatballs are at 177. Ran smoker a little lower than what I thought. I think it peaked out about 250. Let's go ahead and open this up and take a look. I'm going to go ahead and pull those off. Well, here's a better view of these meatballs. I'm going to go ahead and put them in the crock pot with some sauce to start with. Cardio cart. So I'll be adding this box, chili seasoning, and 2 cans of tomato sauce. Alright, as you can see, I got quite a bit of vegetables I'm going to try and get in there. I'm not sure how much is going to fit in the pot, but add as I go, we'll see. But basically just some bell peppers, 3 different colored bell peppers, bueno pepper, 1 jalapeno, and a pretty large onion. I might put half of them, we'll see. At this point I'm just going to have the chili mix and get the meats already chopped up in there. And mix that up and let it get warm a little bit before I start adding vegetables in it. Alright, I just opened this up to give this a stir. But so far in here I got the, I put 3 cans of sauce in here. And then I added a can of diced tomatoes. And the seasoning, the whole box, 4 packets. The burgers and the sausage mix. Give this a stir. Got this on high right now. I get this warmed up. Before I add everything else in here. And towards the end I want to make this a little bit on the watery side. Because I'm going to add some noodles in here. Alright, I got 1 jalapeno chopped up. I'm going to add it in first. Gets a little mushy, that's fine. I just kind of want the spice to mix in the whole chili. Add this in first. Alright, got tomatoes diced up. We add that in next. Got half of each chopped up. Whole bueno pepper. And half of those bell peppers. And half the onion, I'm going to go ahead and add that in here. Not a lot of room left, so I'm only using half. Also got some Italian seasoning. Add a bit of that there. Alright, everything's in there except for the noodles, and I'm going to top off a little bit because the vegetables start cooking. I'll put off a little bit of water. I'm going to let some of that evaporate, and then I'm going to add the noodles in to absorb the rest. Well, the vegetables are starting to slightly soften up. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lid back on and just keep a little bit of moisture in here so noodles can absorb some of that moisture. Well, one more thing I'm going to add in is some of these red kidney beans, and everybody will probably watch this video and say, "You fucker, you don't need anything that gives you more gas." It ain't that bad. I mean, I'll probably say something different. But, yeah. Come at it. Alright, so the vegetables are starting to lose some of the water. It's getting kind of more liquid-like. Got boil on the outside, this thing's really hot. And at this point, the vegetables got just a little bit of crisp to them. Actually went ahead and turned off the heat, but or turned it back on, but I'm going to go ahead and add the noodles to it. Alright, got the noodles added in. Then I'm just going to stir this in, and this should absorb a lot of that extra moisture. And I'm just going to let these noodles go about halfway soft. And I'm probably going to turn the heat off. I know I have it off right now, but I might turn it back on just for a few more minutes. I got the heat off now. It's really starting to thicken up. It's really thick chili. These noodles are about maybe a little over half cooked. This is 8-quart crock pot. So I'm just gonna give this a stir and just let it sit for a few minutes to heat off, lid on, and it should be done. Alright, well, it's about done. Let's start with some smoked cheddar cheese. I smoked the previous video. The bottom, put some chili on it, put some more cheese on top. I'm getting hungry here. Well, this is it. And this is some thick chili. Well, that's it. Kind of got some mess going on, but cheese already starting to melt. And mix this up and dive in. Take these peppers and onions and clean cutting board, chop them up and freeze. It's looking good. So I want to give a review of this chili. And I'm not just saying this to boast or bullshit, but this is absolutely some of the best fucking chili I've ever had or ever made. This shit is awesome. But anyway, that's all I got.
Yeah, would you ever go vegan? If it was like one of those Homer Simpson, take one more cannonball in the stomach and you're gonna die things. Like, then I'd go vegan.